Hello, good evening. I'm Dr. Avisha Mathur. I'm an energy healer. So today's topic, which we are going to talk about, is on sleep. I think it's a very important topic to talk on sleep. Most important thing in our life is sleep. It is very important for our more physical health, our mental health, and what we do is we ignore our sleep. So let's start. Sleep plays a vital role in good health and well-being throughout our life. Getting enough quality sleep at right times can help protect our mental health, physical health, and quality of life. So it is not only the quantity of sleep which we talk about, but also the quality of sleep which matters. There are 4 stages of sleep cycle. That is the NREM sleep, that is non-rapid eye movement sleep, and rapid eye movement sleep. So non-rapid eye movement sleep, it is divided into 4 stages. Stage 1 is the awake or light sleep. Then stage 2, light sleep. Stage 3, deep sleep. And stage 4, more deeper sleep. And then we come as the REM sleep. So one sleep cycle, it is around 60 to 90 minutes. And we need for a proper sleep at least 5 sleep cycles. So after completion of one NREM sleep with an REM sleep, another sleep cycle starts. So this is one sleep cycle. And uh, as we progress, the sleep cycle progress around 5 sleep cycle, we do it in the night time. So it comes around from, if we measure it from 90 minutes, it comes around 7.5 hours, which is required for our body. And the sleep after every sleep cycle completes NREM sleep with REM sleep, another sleep cycle starts. That is again starts with the stage 1 of NREM sleep, then stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4, after which then REM sleep. So what happens in these stages? In NREM stage 1, we have a slightly awake and alert kind of sleep, which we are just going to sleep. So it's a transition period before we go to sleep. In stage 2 of NREM, our body temperatures drops, our heart rate begins to slow, and brain produces these sleep spindles. And it approximately lasts for 20 minutes. Then we have the stage 3 and stage 4 sleep, which is more deeper sleep, in which the muscle relaxation occurs, our blood pressure drops, our breathing rate drops, and it is a deeper part of sleep. Then happens the, after this stage 1, 2, and 3, and 4 of NREM sleep, we have this REM sleep, that is the rapid eye movement sleep. In this, the brain becomes more active and our body becomes more relaxed. It becomes sort of paralyzed. And the dreams which we see usually occurs in the REM part of the sleep. And the eye movements are very rapid in this part. To REM sleep is also important for our memory. So whenever we sleep, we say that whatever in energy healing also, we say that all the gratitude statements, all the affirmations to do in the bedtime. Because before going to sleep, whatever you are doing, that becomes in your short-term memory. And when you go to sleep and you pass through this REM phase of sleep, the memory becomes a long-term memory. And then it goes to your subconscious mind. So it's more important. And as we progress in the stages of sleep, the REM sleep starts to becoming the stage more time. Like first 90 minutes of the sleep cycle, in that 50, 60 minutes is the NREM sleep, then 20, 30 minutes is the REM sleep. But as we progress in the sleep cycle during the night time, in the third or the fourth stage of the sleep cycle, third or fourth time when it is going, the REM part becomes more broadened. And if we are awake for a slight moment when there's a shift between the NREM and the REM pattern. That is in the NREM stage 1. So it is quantity as well as the quality is very important of sleep. Now I'll talk about sleep chronotypes. So here everybody knows that there are few persons who like to be awake during the night time. Few are happy to come be awake at early mornings, and the other are the normal population. So we have divided into 4 chronotypes. It's from Michael Bruce, who is the sleep therapist, in The Power of When. So there are 4 types. One is the lion, which are the 20 to 20% of the population. They are the early risers. So they wake up early in the morning around 4 to 7 a.m. and they go to sleep early in the night. Then is the bear, which is the main population, which is around 50 to 60% of the population. They wake up around when the sun rises around 6 to 7 a.m. and then they go to bed when there is night time around 10 p.m. or so. But then we have the wolves. So the wolves, they prefer to be awake late in the night. So they sleep later in the night, say around 1 or 2 a.m. in the night, and then they wake up later in the morning, so around 8 to 10 a.m. Then we have dolphins, whose wake time and bedtime both are irregular. Now, why is it important? If we understand the chronotypes and if we know which chronotype we are in, we can choose the time period which is most productive for our work. So let's talk about the bear. So the bear mostly goes around to sleep around 11 p.m. and it wakes up at around 7 a.m. The most focused time period is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Their traits are like happy to go lucky, and they are very extrovert. They love to be in party and all. But the productivity tip is you schedule your meetings in the morning and try to finish up before late afternoon. The major population is of 50 to 60% is bear. Then we have the wolves. They comprise around 15% of the population. They will go to bed after 12 a.m., wake up by 7 to 8 a.m. And the focus time period is from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. That is in the late evenings. The traits of wolves are like they are introspective, they are very creative, but are introvert. The productivity tip is you get ahead on work at home while you are feeling most awake. So you are like the late evenings when everybody is lying down in the energy, the wolves are high up in the energy. Then we have the lions. So the lions are comprised of the 15% of the population. They go to bed at around 10 p.m. They wake up early around 6 a.m. like before sunrise, we can say. The focus time period is 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. The traits, they are very good leaders and they are early risers. So the productivity tip is like you have to take your meeting schedules during the 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. time period. And then we have the dolphins. They are the light sleepers. So they are mostly those persons who they don't feel like sleepy or they can't get good sleep. They are awake all the night. So they go to bed late in the night, say around 11:30 or so, wake up early. Their focus time period is in the afternoons, say around 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. They are very intelligent. The part of the brain is, they say like half hemisphere is sleeping, the other half is awake. So you don't find that you are feeling sleepy all the time. Okay. So now we come to the tips which can help us improve our sleep. For a good quality sleep, we should have a regular bedtime routine. Then our room should be dark. Dark room is important because the melatonin hormone, which is secreted by the pineal gland, It is secreted when we see the darkness. So it's important for the circadian rhythm. Dark room is important for your sleep. Also, there shouldn't be any screen time, whether it is through TV, mobile, or any gadgets. You should at least 2 to 3 hours before sleep, you should switch off all your gadgets, so that the blue light which is coming from the screen, it affects our melatonin hormone secretions, and that affects our sleep patterns. Exercise is important, but it is not advisable just before sleep, because then our body gets tired and it doesn't go to sleep easily. Caffeine and alcohol intake shouldn't be there at least 4 to 6 hours before your planned schedule of sleeping, because caffeine makes your brain more alert, and both caffeine and alcohol creates a dehydrated state in our body, and sleep itself is a dehydrated state. So a body, the metabolism and everything, that is disturbed if we take caffeine and alcohol just before sleep. Also, it is advisable that after you wake up, you should spend at least 90 minutes and then take your cup of tea or coffee, so that the circadian rhythm and the cortisol levels, which are secreted after the caffeine, which is an stimulant, are with your body rhythm. Staying hydrated is important. So water is important before sleep. You should have a specified intake of water, and then also after waking up, because the whole night you are not drinking water and your body is dehydrated. Also, it's important that moment you wake up, you should spend some time in the sunlight, so that the body, the pineal glands, they receive the sunlight and the melatonin hormone secretion is reduced, and our body circadian rhythm is maintained. The optimum temperature of the room should be on the lower side. So that's also important for sleeping properly. Then we have like saying journal writing also. What is it is, before going to sleep, sometimes we have a lot of thoughts which are coming to our mind. So it's good writing down all those thoughts in a pen and paper, so that your mind clutter is removed. So talking about energy healing, these energy healing exercises, they improve your sleep quality. And Einstein also said that the future of medicine is the frequencies. So in energy healing exercises, which I'll be sharing with you, they are also good for improving your sleep quality. But if you have any chronic issues or you have sleep disorders, do take a professional help. And with energy healing also, these can be improved by getting your bars run. The bars are like 32 points on our heads, which we run, and they also help in improving your sleep quality. We have few protocols as in light key system, that is the joyous body protocol, which also improves sleep, and body whispering exercises. So the energy healing exercises, which I'm going to explain you now. So first of all, take small deep breaths, lie down on your bed, and put your one hand over your forehead and the other hand over your belly button, and just relax. This you can do for a few minutes. If you wish, you can also put your hand over your crown. Second is we can put our hands like this over our face. We shouldn't press the eyes. Um, Other thing is putting your both the hands over your armpits. So these helps in crossing over the energies. This you can do for few minutes. Then putting one hand over your ears or this part and the other hand over your armpit. So you must have noticed that naturally when we go to sleep, we put our hands over here and sleep. We lie down when we lie down. So that's our body's innate ability or that intuitive sense which makes us put our hands over here. If you want, you can switch over. And if you are still not able to sleep, then you, while doing this exercise, like putting one hand over here and the other hand over your belly button, or even just putting both your hands over your belly button, and then you can close your eyes and give command to your body to relax. Just connect with your body. Connect with all your body parts. And now ask them to relax. Just give a command mentally. Ask your feet and toes to relax. Your legs to relax. Your abdomen and the back to relax. The muscles of your chest to relax. The hands to relax. The face and the facial muscles to relax. Ask your eyes to relax. And as you give command to your body, you'll feel that your body relaxes and you'll have a better quality of sleep. So thank you. These are all the exercises. If you require any help, you can contact me. Also try these exercises. It's definitely helped me. So it will help you also. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Facebook Live. I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.